So here's my 1992 Ford F-150, and it has sprung a little leak. And the leak is in the oil pan, and actually it's less of a problem there. It's right here. The oil pan seems to be cracked or something and leaking. This started to leak after I pressure washed the car underneath, and it just started leaking, and you can see it just drips on the ground. So here we have some leak. Maybe the main seal is leaking, or maybe it's this gasket. Normally I would order an oil pan and just change it. It's a bit awkward to remove it, so I don't really want to do it. You have to remove quite a lot, or maybe just squeeze in and get access to all of the bolts. I don't want to do it, so what I'm gonna do is use this Gorilla Epoxy Stick. It's good for cars, plumbing, household repairs, and it says that its set time is 10 minutes, cure time is 24 hours, right there, for metal, plastic, and concrete, and blah blah blah. So it should work on metal. The only thing is that I probably need to drain my oil and clean this up because it's continually leaking. So the leak is right here, and it is kind of soft. Yep. Oh yeah, this part is just soft. It just, I don't know how this happened. It just rusted through or something, but it's just soft. And of course all this paint has already been flaking off for a long time. So there you go, that's an issue. I will drain the oil then, because it's continuously leaking. So if I try to remove it, it will start leaking again. It's kind of seeping through, and when the engine is hot, it's leaking like crazy. So it just drip drip drip. So I'll drain the oil. I'll keep the oil because I'm gonna reuse it. I changed the oil recently. So there you go. I cleaned it with some sanding paper and hit it with the carb cleaner. And now you can see probably there are two spots where the oil is coming through. So I'll need to, so by the way, I also drained the oil. There it is. So there should be no oil in there, but of course there is still some on the walls. So what I can do right now is clean it one more time and see if this oil is still seeping through. If it's seeping through very, very slowly, I can probably knead the epoxy, clean it, and then put the epoxy right in there. Right there, now made a little pancake like this. So there it is. This is my patch, and I'm just kind of rolling my finger all over it. It's a bit bigger than I thought, but if it doesn't stick somewhere, that's okay. As long as it sticks at least in some places, I'll be happy with it. So it does seem to stick rather well. There you go. Kind of massaging it, making sure it sticks. So it says it sets in 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave it here and come back in like half an hour, see if it's hard already. All right, let's see if it, oh, it is solid. Absolutely solid. Okay, but it will still take 24 hours for it to fully cure. So since it's all solid, I'll just pour the oil back into the engine. All right, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, but let's have a look at what's happening there. It seems to be in place still. with the oil in it. No leaks. Let's start it up. Let's start the engine, see if we have any leaks. Alright, it's been running for a few minutes now, and I don't see a major leak. So I'm gonna drive it and see what happens.